Okay. Hello. Today we are playing more Pokemon Dimension Defender, but we're not really going to be playing. I've just fully decided to commit to the bit of shiny hunting Current. So that's all we're going to be doing. We're going to be soft resetting until we get the shiny one, which probably won't be today. Probably won't be next time I stream. But hopefully, at some point, I get a shiny Current and I get to put it on my team. And hopefully it's strong enough to actually be worth it. It'd be pretty sad if I get the shiny Current, add it to my team, and then it's just shit. But it can't be shit. It's a cool dragon. It has to be cool. But yeah. I'm officially on holidays for the week. Oh, hello Kenny. Welcome. Nice to see you. Golden Week has started, so I took a week off for holidays, which is very nice. I just don't really have much to do. So I'm going to try to go out a bit. I'm going to try explore the local area. Going to try to make some friends, hopefully. Just a bit hard, yeah, because I've made a couple friends, kind of, but I don't really have any friends I could do anything with. And I'm not great at, like, solo travel. I don't know. I've spent some time in Japan solo traveling a little bit before. And I just much prefer doing stuff with someone than on my own, at least if it's, like, touristy or, you know, like, attraction kind of stuff. I don't want to go to, like, there's a amusement park near me, which is apparently is really good and apparently quite popular. It's like a water park, but I don't really want to do that by myself. I don't think I'll enjoy it by myself, but I think if I had someone to go with, I'd enjoy it. But there are like some sites I can see, but I think I'll still go by myself anyway. Apparently there's some castle ruins nearby, so I want to check that out. I think some nature stuff could be cool. But again, I'd rather do that stuff with someone else as well. Like, I'm still happy doing it by myself, but I'd much rather have someone to go explore with. So hopefully, I mean, the other part of what I want to do these holidays, apart from just see some sights, have a good time, I want to try to meet some people, make some friends. So I'm going to be hitting up the bars, hitting up the izakayas, trying to talk to strangers. I've done that a little bit so far, and I think I vaguely talked about last stream how I'd been to 2 izakayas and kind of made friends at them. Met some people who were chatty and talkative and very nice. And I went back to one of them yesterday actually, and I stayed for quite a bit. And so the last time I went, I met the bar owner, and he's very nice. He's a very nice guy. And he talked to me a bit, and today he introduced me to another one of the customers, and an older lady who apparently comes there quite often. And just the three of us talked a bit, and I tried my best in Japanese, got to practice it a bit. Made friends with him somewhat, but I don't think the kind of friends where I can hit them up and be like, "Hey, want to go to a water park?" Don't think quite like that. I think maybe I need to make some friends more my age instead of just talking to the older people, as nice as they are. The problem is that it seems to be the older people who are the most friendly. So they're the easiest to make friends with. Yeah, and on a more greedy point of view, it would be nice to make friends with someone who has a car. Because there are a fair few places I want to go, but getting there by public transport here is either impossible and involves a 2.5 hour walk, or just much longer than it would be by car. Just because, I'm not living in the middle of a big city, and some of the places I want to go to are quite out there, quite rural, really just more naturey places. Some more obscure shrines that I hear are very nice. But yeah, that is what it is. Give me this quick F12. I think it's a good thing that I'm not using a counter for the shiny hunt because I think it would mess with my sanity a bit. You know, I can kind of very passively just press F12, press enter a bunch of times, walk, interact. Is it a shiny color? No. F12, reset. Can do that quite passively. If I had a counter, I think it would dig into me every time I saw that number go up, every breakthrough, first 100 reset, first 1000s. But I do wonder, the curiosity in me does wonder if we've reached 100 yet. Apparently it's about 1 in 1000. So it's not super high, but it's not like... It shouldn't be that hard, right? Right? 1 in 1000. And the reset is very nice and simple. Happens quite quickly. But yeah, Kenny, how you doing? How you enjoying New Zealand? I know that tomorrow is a big day for you. Yes, tomorrow. Time zones are weird. Tomorrow is a big day for you. Bored and sleepy. Yeah, well, that's what I was like in the morning. But you gotta wake up, Kenny. It's like 4 p.m. or something, right? Or 3 p.m.? I think 3 p.m. The day's going. You better have had lunch, right? Surely. Surely. I've never, like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever shiny hunted something with odds of like 1 in 1000 before. I've done shiny hunting where where you use like a specific method so that the odds are completely boosted. I've gotten shinies through that, like 1 in 200, 1 in 400. Comparatively quite high chances. But not something like raw dog in a 1 in 1000. I'm sure will happen. Pull a Ronco and get lunch at 11 p.m. Bruh. Bruh. Even dinner at 11 p.m. is bad, man. Let alone lunch. Yeah, I mean my meal schedule's been messed up just because of my weird work hours, but not that messed up. Since I start at 12, and then at some point in my work day I'll get a lunch break. It varies. Sometimes I get the lunch break at 2 p.m. Sometimes I get the lunch break at 5 p.m. And 5 p.m. is not really a lunchtime, but I guess just because of the way I've set my body now, gotten used to that routine, it doesn't feel weird. Then I get off work at 9, head home, find somewhere to eat dinner, so have dinner at like 10. Doesn't feel that late, feels rather normal. Especially when I've eaten lunch at 5 p.m. It is what it is. I want to go to Japan again. Well, you're welcome to... I guess I should say, if you do come to Japan, you're welcome to visit me. I don't know if it's worth visiting me. I think there's probably, if you're a tourist in Japan just for like 2 weeks, there's probably some other places you want to go. Maybe if you come to Japan, I can try to visit you on one of my weekends and see what cool tourist stuff you're doing. Okay. Dimension reset. Oh, that's actually a good one. That's like an actual joke. That has a punchline that makes sense. What have you done with Ronko? Why is she making actual jokes now? My golly gosh, but hello Ronko. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe traveling around Japan a bit more considering I've got a whole week off. But I think it's just a bit too soon. I only moved into my hometown like 2 weeks ago. And like I said, I'd rather travel with someone else, I think. So hopefully I have 2 more like week-long holidays in the year. So hopefully by then I've made friends with someone I can maybe travel around with a bit. I live relatively close to Osaka though, which is nice because it means I could theoretically do a little weekend trip to Osaka and eat their yummy food, which is the main reason I'd want to go to Osaka. Eat that takoyaki, that okonomiyaki. Food is like the easiest conversation topic here when I don't know much Japanese and I'm trying to make small talk with people, make friends. Just like, what's your favorite food? And then you start listing off some foods that you like. They list off some foods that you like. You go, oh yeah, that is a good one, isn't it? Oh yeah, or you can be like, oh no, I don't like that. In most cases, it's an oh yeah, I like most food here. I only really shake my head at natto. That's it. It's a good, easy way to have a nice conversation with someone you hardly know, and someone who speaks a language that you do not speak well. So that's been like my backbone. And then yeah, and then when I'm at the bar, what's your favorite drink? What's your favorite alcohol? That's a good one too. And then they say beer, and I'm like, oh really? I don't really like beer. I'll drink pretty much anything else. Well, not wine and not beer. Yeah, I'm able to. It's something you hear a lot when you ask someone how good their Japanese is when they're living here. But I think my Japanese is enough to get by. That's like the go-to phrase. It's enough to get by. It's not perfect. Definitely some breakdowns in communication sometimes. Even with simple stuff like you'd think the daily Japanese. Oh, hello, Cade. Welcome, welcome. You've come into a very exciting stream. We are soft resetting over and over again until we get a shiny Fire Emblem character. How you doing, Cade? How you doing? I saw you were playing a new fan game in Spanish. Did you have a translator for that, or were you just like raw dogging it, letting the juices flow? One day I'll get this shiny. I should get up the binomial distribution calculator and calculate the average amount of attempts needed to get a shiny or whatever. What is it like? Have a 99% confidence interval of getting a shiny. It would be insane, bro. It would be like 100,000 for 99%. Oh boy, oh boy, oh. This is gonna be rough. I know I basically understand Smash, but also Google Translate out. Oh, okay, that's pretty good, eh? I think yeah, I think there's even like a computer program you can get that can read your screen and then pops it up into like another text box. I know someone called JPA played a few Spanish fan games using that. So that like you didn't need another device. But yeah, good on you for playing a new fan game and not playing the same fan games for 2 months, unlike a certain someone here, aka myself. I was looking into visual novel translator. Oh yeah, I think it's something like that, yeah. I mean, if you can get a good routine with the Google Translate app, it's really not that tedious. I think. Hey, but you've just popped out a new fan game. You've been playing, what was it called? It starts with A, doesn't it? Atlas. I found it very funny because when I read your message, we're trying something new tonight, the newly released Pokemon Atlas. My dumb brain just saw Pokemon and then the letter A, and I was like, Ash and Frost? That's not something new. That's what it's been playing before. But no, Pokemon Atlas, not Ash and Frost. Big Bro's really got an addiction to the letter A. Cool. Yeah, before I was talking a bit about speaking of languages, how I've been getting around with in Japan with my little very basic Japanese. But I find it funny that like the kind of thing that you'd think I'd be prepared for, like shop encounters, and also the things that I go through like multiple times a day, are still like the ones that confuse me the most. Just because I guess the people working at the counter, it's kind of like a very step by step formula. They're very used to it, and they always say it so quickly. And so when they ask me if I want a plastic bag, I've learned what plastic bag is now, or just bag. But just because they say it so quickly, I can't catch it, and I'm like, huh? Or if they ask me if I want my food heated up or something, I'm like, huh? Just because they've got that shit on a macro on their keyboard, they just say it instantly. It's like you'd think that those things that I get to hear a lot, I'd finally be good at. But no, it's just so hard to actually comprehend what they're saying. Meanwhile, I can talk to some random dude in the bar about him telling me I should visit adult clubs in Nagoya, and I'm like, nah, I'm fine. I don't need to spend my money on that. I don't think that's something I'd like to do. But I can't interact with a bloody person working at the conveni. And trust me, if you're willing to put up with tears for the game. So Pokemon Atlas is good. Well, I guess that's another one for my list then. Add it to the to-do list. I may as well wait for an English translation though, just because it'll probably be 2 years before I work my way down my list anyway. But yeah, one of the people I met at one of the bars, an older guy, he was kind of talking to me. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be an English version eventually. He was talking to me, and he was a nice guy, and he showed me pictures of his car, which was a very typical guy thing to do, I feel like, but I appreciated it. I appreciate the social interaction. But he like started talking to me about like cabaret in Japan, and I think it's like quite a big adult entertainment thing here. I was just walking around Nagoya the other day, and like you just look down one street and you see a bunch of signs for that kind of stuff quite openly. And he was like, "Oh, have you been? Have you been?" I'm like, "Nope." And he's like, "Oh, you should go." And I'm like, "I don't know." And then he's like, Pure Boy," and like he says the Pure Boy part in English, Pure Boy. I'm like, "Yeah, Pure Boy." Okay. Look, I don't think I even get paid enough to go indulge myself in adult entertainment, so no thank you. Reset. But yeah, interesting people. Look, I appreciate any conversation. Yeah, little does he know I'm the adult entertainment. I read out my smut fan fiction in my head on stream about how Corin and my goat Pokemon could totally go at it. Yep. Fuck me, eh? Yeah, to be honest, when he did say Pure Boy, I was tempted to pull out my femboy pics, but I was like, nah, I don't think we're at that level yet. I don't want to be made into the village weirdo, ostracized by the whole community on week one because I show them a picture of me in a dress. I do not think it would go down well. Please, for the love of God. Just splashed water all over me, like the idiot I am. A game I did get that I want to stream. It came out very recently. I'm sure some of you have heard it, but it's called Another Crab's Treasure. Another Crab's Treasure, yes, and it's essentially like a crab Souls-like, and you know me, I love Souls-like games. I love any game with a dodge button. But it looks really cool in that like you pick up different shells as a hermit crab, and you kind of get different abilities or different weapons. Right? Yeah, you know it, Rick? So I've bought it and I'll install it after this stream. And I was thinking of maybe doing a stream in the evening. Yeah, it kicked up quite a bit of buzz as well. Like it had a really cool demo that looked really nice. And I've been reading the reviews and it seems like it delivers, you know? So I'm very excited to play that. And I'll try to play some of that on stream later tonight, which will be like American morning. And will be when Kenny should be absolutely asleep. But we'll see. I guess what time I stream probably just mainly depends on what time I get back from evening activities today. And I make that sound like I'm visiting a bar. I'm not. I'm not. I drank a bit yesterday. I'm not gonna drink today. Yeah, I've got the coconut Pokemon on my team, and I've learned how to evolve it. So I can actually try to make it useful. But I've just been sidetracked with this shiny hunt. So that's not happening. But yeah, I just want to go around, take a train to maybe the neighboring town, explore a bit. Because I haven't been there, but it seems like quite a cool place. It's called Nagashima. And that's where the water amusement park is. Walk around there, have some dinner. Probably not drink, because I drank yesterday. And then come back here and chill. Execute a bunch of eggs that evolve into coconut trees. Well, so the way this Pokemon evolves, from what I understand, is it's kind of based off the idea of jealousy. So you need to have 2 coconut Pokemon in your team, and I think if you level up one of them in a battle or whatever, the other coconut gets jealous and like kills it. And so it turns into like a ghost Pokemon of 2 coconuts. That's my understanding of it. So I need to go catch a second coconut to evolve it, from what I understand. I'll pull up the Dex entry or whatever, because I have encountered one of them. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, so this is what it turns into. Does it have a Dex entry? No, because I haven't caught it. But yeah, it's just this cute little guy. And then apparently he gets jealous if you have 2 in your party. And I guess you can see what happens. So I'm gonna try to get that once I catch a second coconut. Poor guy, yeah. Coco dead, exactly. Coco-y? Coco dead. Got this guy already, who seems to be super strong. Slug my balls. Lots of cool Pokemon. Oh yeah, I like this one. I encountered this one in the battle for the first time. It was pretty strong. Like that. Oh yeah, and the, like, Staraptor... Staraptor? No. The Skarmory guy. Okay, let's go back to shiny hunting. I have defended some dimensions. Not quite defended. I was attacked in a dimension. I found like I mean, we don't really know enough about the story to understand quite yet, but almost like an evil team hideout in another dimension. I'm hesitant to call it an evil team because I think they really just chilled there. But when I did land in their dimension, they took me to prison and locked me away, and I had to escape. That's very cool. The other dimensions I've been to, most of them have just been like repurposed into gyms. There's a thing in this game where like a bit of a lore is that they find empty dimensions and they like repurpose them into gyms. It's a bit sus if you ask me. I find it hard to believe that these dimensions were empty, but but yeah. So I haven't actually had to defend much yet. But I'm part of the Dimension Defenders Guild, so that is like my job. I've just been very bad at my job. We did get a quest for like another dimension to go visit and check out. But again, I've just been sidetracked a tad. And at this point, I refuse to give up on shiny hunting Corrin. When I started this, there's also Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening, who I haven't caught yet. And it's like, oh, if I get really lucky and I catch Corrin, find a shiny Corrin super quickly, maybe I can just shiny hunt Robin as well. The way this is going, I don't think we're shiny hunting Robin. Seems like Corrin's taken his time already. Real fucked up part would be like if the RNG was already seeded from like me entering the map, but I don't think it is, because otherwise any kind of shiny hunting would be broken in PSDK, which I don't believe is the case. It better be a nice shiny. I did ask in the Discord, I made sure to ask if the shiny looked different enough that it should be easy to notice. Because sometimes when I reset, I don't wait for when I think the sparkle effect would play. Like I just see that a wild cone appeared. I think this is where sparkle. Oh, I don't know. Maybe sparkle should play. Anyway, but yeah, sometimes I'm quite quick on the trigger to soft reset. But from the sounds of it, it should be quite noticeable for shiny, which is good. Good because I want to catch it. Good because it means I'll be able to actually know. Oh yeah, I mean that'd be one way to fuck someone up, but then in the same way I could almost use that to my advantage. Any battle I'm struggling with, soft reset, I can figure out exactly what you're gonna do, buddy. How much damage you're gonna do. I guess I can kind of do that for most battles anyway. The variation on damage is not that big. Yeah, so dumb point, Tom. Figuring out that the daily RNG was seeded from the start for Pokerogue is kind of fun. Again, anytime you're like trying to soft reset to figure out the best outcome, it always hits me with the like Dormammu I've come to bargain vibes. Like on one in particular, there's a Pokerogue daily with a super tough Ortho Worm at the start that I wanted to catch. And it felt very Dormammu I've come to bargain, trying to figure out the exact set of moves to play out and when to throw the Pokeball to have a guaranteed catch. What am I going to limit this stream to? Yeah, that daily, the 2 worms in a row as well. Where 90% of the Pokerogue fanbase found out that there was a run button that they had completely missed beforehand. Probably going to cap the shiny hunting to 1 hour. We'll see how I feel. Maybe once I'm done, I'll look over my VOD and I'll try to do some basic mathematics to try to make a very rough estimate of how many soft resets I've done. Just calculate like a vague average time for a soft reset and how long I play for. It wouldn't be accurate because sometimes I really I kind of just sit and form a sentence before I soft reset. But I could get a vague understanding. At least I get to hear the nice Final Fantasy music every time. Oh, speaking of Final Fantasy, I heard that there was a Yokai Watch crossover with Final Fantasy 14, and currently there's an event where you can get little Yokai Watch minions. I'm kind of tempted to open it back up again and play some Final Fantasy 14 for that. But then I also realized, I don't think the lag would be a massive issue, but it's because there's like you have to play in a certain data center there. So I played on the Oceania servers because I lived in Australia and now I live in Japan. So really, for like the smoothest gameplay, I would have to make a whole new character and play on the Japan servers. And it's like the start of Final Fantasy 14. It was kind of a slog, in my opinion. I guess I could just try to go through it a lot more quickly. I don't need to waste time playing around with fishing and having fun trying to figure out what that is. But yeah. Otherwise, you can also pay money to move your character to another data center. So I could pay to move my dude to Japan. But I don't know how much I'm even going to play. Plus, I don't know if I even want to play on Japan servers just because I don't think my Japanese is good enough to type online to people about how to do a raid. Like, if they start telling me, hey, you should be attacking from behind and you should be activating your ability Marauder's Gambit whenever they activate their big circle, like, I'm not going to understand that in Japanese. And so they're just going to get mad at me that I'm playing like an imbecile. So I don't know, at some point I might do a test run and see how bad it is playing on Australians, on the Oceania servers from Japan. I can't imagine it's that bad. But you know. I played a tiny bit of Valorant on the Japanese servers. That's been fun. I mean, people don't use callouts that much in the rank I'm at. I'm only like high bronze, low silver, so it's all pretty chill. When I do play with my Australian friends, so I do play on the Australian servers, just to play along with them, shoot for shit, and the lag. The lag for Valorant playing on Australian servers can be quite bad. I mean, it spikes. Sometimes it's really manageable. Sometimes it's like, okay, 200 ping, we cop that. But then sometimes it's like people teleporting everywhere. And just shit. Yeah. But yeah. It is what it is. Okay, we're about to hit 40-minute mark. I guess it was like 2 minutes of pre-stream as well. Oh. What else has been going on? Work's been good, but it is kind of crazy how, I don't know, like on work days, I can't really do much. I need to try to be more productive in the morning, I think. Do something in the morning. Because so far it really has been just wake up, get ready for work, go to work, come home, sleep, maybe watch a YouTube video. And on a very rare occasion, only happened twice now, feel like going to a bar after work and talking to some people. But only do that on days where my work day is very chill the day after. But yeah, luckily for me, I mean, work's been fun at least. So even if I can't get enjoyment out of my hobbies that I would do in my free time if I had any, I do get some enjoyment out of work. Just because I get to teach some nice people, have funny conversations with them. So that's been keeping me going. But yeah, I got Golden Week now to really indulge myself a bit more in my hobbies. Hopefully stream a bit more in the evenings, go out, explore, maybe catch up on some games. I started Sekiro, but then I never finished it. And I just bought the Crab Game, another Souls-like. Smart move, Tom. It's fine. I feel like I really fucked myself over by deciding to shiny Humbo. Save the game? Yeah, okay, we'll save the game, Kenny. Maybe this will be the luck we need. Okay. Nope, it's not. I am full sunk cost fallacy, like I'm not giving up on this. Just because like I really do. I want this 2 hours or whatever to be worth it. I want that shiny cone. I committed to it, so let's do it. It's not shiny locks, no. The dev told me that I can shiny hunt for it, which is good. And that's what gave me the bloody idea, the cursed idea of trying to shiny hunt for it. I did not know what I was getting myself into. We probably could have finished Shattered Dimensions in the time I've been shiny hunting across the 2 streams. Maybe not, actually. I think I still got a fair bit left of that game. Oh. This is why I like shiny hunting mechanics. Because it feels like if there's like some sort of mechanic, you know, chain fishing, or just chain encounters something, there's a bit more agency in how you shiny hunt. But this, it really is just my fate is in the hands of the gods. I'm destined to talk to this cone again and again until Lady Luck smiles upon me and says, "You served your time." And there's nothing I can do. I'll just do the same thing over and over again. Completely blind. No sight of whether it's 1 encounter away or it's 10 million. It could be 10 million encounters away. In that case, I would not be finishing this game. Because I'd just be spending my time here forever. But the way odds work, it could be 10 million. I'm not any more likely to encounter it the next time than I was the first time I encountered it. Base odds are about 1 in 1,000, so it's not brutal. It's not 1 in 8,000. It's not going to kill me. But it's not super low either. Well, it's not super high either. How do shiny hunters do it? People who do shiny hunt full odds on stream. What do they even talk about? Because they must. I think shiny hunters probably stream for like 8 hours a day, because otherwise you don't get your shinies that you're after. But they really just like podcast 8 hours a day? yapping away. Or soft reset him for some shiny Apom or whatever it is you're after. Like people shiny hunt the tough Pokemon, you know? They'll stream themselves shiny hunting a Minior or some low chance headbutt tree Pokemon. I may just go. Oh yeah, that's true. There are yeah, I forgot about that. There's some streamers that just have multiple setups. I guess that would be kind of possible for this if I had a way to keep multiple windows active. Because you can open multiple of RPG Maker games. I've done that to like battle myself in Pokemon Infinity. And I'm not saving, so it wouldn't cause any trouble. But I would need to somehow have both windows active at once, which I don't know how to do. Well, thank you, Aki. I'm trying my best. Luckily, I have a bit more to yap about than usual because I've been through a lot recently. Moving to Japan, starting a new job. Oh. This morning, I don't know what it was. I should have gone outside and checked. But I live kind of near a mall. Like the mall for my big town. I say kind of near. It's not like across the road, but I can almost look off above the houses and see a sign in the air. And I just heard like this loud singing or something. Not really singing, more like chanting. It wasn't tuneful. Loud announcements, maybe, coming from that direction. I was like, what's going on over there? I will go there later today just to. I want to buy some more coat hangers. That's something I want to do. So I'm going to visit the supermarket there, buy some more coat hangers. I'll probably get lunch somewhere there as well. And then I'll take my train to explore the area a bit more. But yeah, maybe there'll be some remnants of whatever was happening there that I can check out. Oh, something really nice actually that I'm excited for. It's like 2 months down the line, so I can't get too excited for it. But the bar that I do like, that I've only been to twice now, but that the owner is very nice, and the people there are very friendly, and it's quite a chill atmosphere. It's not too rowdy. And as with most bars in Japan, you can smoke there, but not too many people were smoking, so it's not too intrusive on my nose and my lungs. It's just quite a nice place. Been about 2 months they're having like a live music thing. He said that the guy coming was kind of famous, but his name is Naoki from a band called SA. And he was like this punk rock guitarist guy with very fancy hair. And I was thinking, and it's going to be on one of my days off because it'll be on a Sunday. So I was like, I definitely should stop by and see. I think that'd be fun to go to something like that. It'll be a bit more rowdy. There'll be some nice music. And yeah, so that's a goal for something. Well, something I want to do in about 2 months or so. Visit that place while they've got the live music. There was another live music event that he showed me about, but because when I went there yesterday, he was cutting out little flyers for advertisement to hand out about the upcoming live music. And one of them was for some Okinawan musician, and he seemed chill. Not punk rock, seemed much more like acoustic guitar. Very chill music. But unfortunately, it was on a Saturday at 7 p.m. And I still work on Saturday at 7 p.m. So I'll be at work when that one's on, so I won't be able to turn up. But I'll be able to do the other one, which is good. But yeah, I'm really liking that little bar, and I'm surprised I haven't mentioned it yet. But yesterday when I went, um, and when I left, the guy who owns the bar, it's like a beach themed bar. It's very cool. It's very cute. But he has a little tuk tuk outside, like the Thai taxis that you get, like almost like a motorbike, but with like a open carriage, a little tuk tuk. And I thought it was just for display. I thought it was like, hey, we're a beachy bar. We serve Thai food as well, and they do have Thai food. Apparently, the Thai curry they have is very good. I thought it was just for display, but no, he can. The bar owner can ride it apparently, and apparently he does actually use it a fair bit just on small errands to pick stuff up and come back. And so at the end of the night, he actually drove me home in the little tuk tuk along with one of our other customers. And so I got to ride in it, which was super fun and super cool. Not what I expected to be doing in Japan, riding down the street in a tuk tuk, but I appreciated that a lot. It's not like a long walk to my house, but it would have been about 20 or 25 minutes. And he just dropped me off, so that's super nice. But yeah. I've been thinking of maybe trying to cook up another Japan vlog. But I just haven't been doing that much recently, so I don't know what it could be about. But with Golden Week coming up, I've got time off, so I'll try to just collect some footage, and then I can talk over it a bit about what I've been doing, and hopefully make something nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. What do we think? Maybe 8 more minutes. Make it reach an hour. Tuk Tuk guy is very sweet. He is very sweet. And he, like in Japan, there's different dialects. Not like dialects, but I guess dialects. Like people in Osaka will say some things in a different way, use different words, and people in Tokyo, for example, like different slang. And so the closest big city to where I am is Nagoya, and he actually taught me some Nagoya ben, some like Nagoya specific words, and that was really fun, just learning that kind of like silly stuff. And I wrote it down in my phone. For ones I learned, I remember one of them is like for an older person, instead of saying the word for you like anata or whatever, you can say omiya-san. So that's one I remember. Although I don't know if I should use that on someone because he said that like it's specifically for like older people, and I don't want to call someone old. Well, what if I offend someone? What if I'm like, oh, Omiya-san, and be like, Omiya-san, I'm not old, you little dickhead. What you calling me old for? And I'm like, ah. And then what else? Let me get on my notes. Yeah, he's very sweet. I like him a lot. Very nice to talk to. Notes? Where are you? Here we go. Omiya-san. Oh, and then like they can add like Mia at the at the end of things, which I God, I almost forgot. I should have written down the English, but I believe it was for like let's do something. I believe. Let's Google this quickly. Mia Nagoya Ben. Maybe not. Anyway, I'll research it better later. But it's something like that. But yeah, he was very nice. And I thought this was kind of interesting, but I guess it does kind of make sense if you think about it for a bit longer. But despite owning a bar, he doesn't drink alcohol. Because like I was like asked him his favorite drink, but he just drinks soft drink, cola. He said, cola and juice, orange juice. But I definitely appreciate it because in the end, he drove me home, and I would not like someone intoxicated driving me home. Um, but yeah, so I thought that was quite a surprise that and not only does he own the place, but he's like the mixer. He specifically does the drinks, serves drinks there. Um, and there was another staff member, another very nice person, but they were mostly preparing the food and just racking up the bills at the end. But yeah, he seemed like quite a good mixer too. I mean, I didn't ask for anything too fancy, but the other customer who I was talking to, he made a drink specifically for her because he thought apparently she has quite a strange, special, unique taste. And so he tried to make something that he thought she might like, and sure enough, she really liked it. So he knows what he's doing. Very nice guy, yeah. Probably like the only real friend I have here at the moment. Um, but yeah, I really do appreciate that I can just kind of go to that place after work or on a day off or whatever, and I'll have someone to talk to, which is nice. Like, yeah, just a nice casual social setting, not just someone to talk to in a work. Hey, let's do an English lesson today. Is a good old constant reliable. But yeah, so whenever I make a vlog for whatever I'm doing next, I'll try to insert the tuk tuk video because it is quite nice. Mm. The worst part is that I think even when I find this shining cone eventually, I don't think I'm gonna have that big of a reaction. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, we did it, boys! Pog is in the chat! Oh!" and stand up, go crazy, do a little circle, flip my table. My table, I say, as if I have a table. I'm literally using a cardboard box. And the problem with using a cardboard box for a table is that it's not that sturdy. It was fine at the start, but because I've been putting my laptop down on it so much, it's starting to bend in a bit. Yeah. No, I think when I find the shiny, it's just gonna be like, yes, thank God. Okay, we've finally done it. I'm happy that I can add this guy to my team. I think there's something to say about the human condition there. Whether I'll feel satisfied, or if I was happier chasing the goal than just getting it. I do technically have a table, but it's in front of my TV and I can't be bothered. I could move it. But the way my room works is it's like it's a living room. At the same time, it's a bedroom. And at the same time, it's a dining room. So at the start of every day when I wake up, I take my futon, my bed, and I chuck it in a closet. I say bye-bye. And yeah, it's like a studio apartment, exactly. And where the actual table is in front of a TV, so the easier way to explain it, where the power point is that I can plug in to charge my laptop, it is where I also put my bed because I like to charge my phone while I sleep. But that means that to sit down and play something on my computer, I need to put away the bed, and then I want a desk to play on, so I whip out the cardboard box. And because the cardboard box is very light, I can just pick it up and put it where my bed was. The problem with doing that with the actual table is that it's a bit more tedious to every day move it back and forth, move it to where the bed was when I want to play something, move it back when I want to sleep. And I also set up my clothesline, my drying line, down the center of the room. And currently, I store the proper table on the other side of the clothesline. So I'd have to like step over the clothesline and then push the table underneath it, step over the clothes. I don't know, I'm just lazy. I'll figure something out. I still need to do like a proper organization of my apartment. I'm sure once I do that, it'll be a lot easier and I'll probably start using the actual desk. But yeah, and once I get clothes hangers, I can put away my clothes a lot more. I'll have somewhere to put away, and then that way I can take down the clothesline when I'm not using it. Because right now I'm almost using the clothesline as clothes storage, which I know is not good, but I can take down the clothesline and there'll be more space around the room to move around. But yeah. Okay, we're at the 1 hour mark. Let's do 10 more soft resets if I can count that. So that's 1. Unfortunately for me, I think I'm going to struggle to count to 10. I'm probably going to lose track of what number I was on. But imagine how cool it would be if we got it on the 10th one, eh? 2. Ooh. 3. I feel like I'm in a preschool English class again, counting numbers with a kid. 1, 2. Okay, now 3 times. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, that's an actual class I've done. That's 4. The highest we get up to in that class is 5. So once we get past there, I'm in new territory. That's 5. Okay. That's 6. Big numbers now. Big numbers. Be hard to do the hand gestures. Oh, I guess we just do that. Well, for the preschool classes, for each like word we introduce, we're supposed to do some kind of gesture. So, for example, like ruler, we do that, and we just have the kids copy us. I guess for numbers, you just use 2 hands as well. It's not that hard. 7. Some of the gestures are quite hard to come up with though, because you are supposed to think of them yourself. And for chair, for example, I just did like, the angle makes this hard. But I just do like that. Chair, chair, chair. I'm like, there must be a better way. 8. The other one that I felt kind of weird about is, one of the, like, it's in the context of like a school. You learn about stuff at school, hence ruler. And they teach you magnets. But the picture on the flashcard for magnets is just like a colorful circle. That's 9. So it's kind of hard. But so I just say like magnets, 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 because they kind of show a magnet on the whiteboard. I guess as long as they have like differentiated gestures, it's fine. But yeah. I don't know what else you could do for magnets. Like a circular magnet. We're not talking north and south here. We're talking just a colorful circle. Okay, last one. Okay, let's do one more for good luck. A bonus reset. Because it would make me so happy if we could get the shiny right now. Because we're gonna do a whole nother shiny stream in this case. Okay. Well, that's the end. No shiny coins so far. We'll see what happens next time we get around to this game. Might be a bit until I play this game again, because I do want to, so this evening I want to try to stream the crab game, because I think that will be very fun. I don't know if it'll be a regular thing, or if it'll just be a one-time let's check this out thing. But then I also want to get back to Divinemon because so I played Shattered Dimensions, I played Dimension Defenders, but I haven't played Vinemon since I've been back, since I've settled down in Japan. Thank you, Arky. Literally like one more sip left of the water bottle. Ah, something I do want to show you. Okay, let's do one more reset so I can show you. So as some of you may know, I like water bottles a lot. As a gift from someone, I got this little bag, like a fanny pack, but I just wear it over my shoulder. And it's I don't need to take a whole lot to work because most of my stuff is at work already. So I just take this bad boy. I have my wallet in it, I have my phone, I have my headphones, but importantly, I have a smaller drink bottle. You can... Okay, it really doesn't show very well on stream, but this water bottle is a lot smaller than this one. This one is 500 milliliters, this one is 900. This is like a thick boy. Look at the diameter on that MFO. But something really nice about this drink bottle from Muji, I'm sure some of you have heard, but I have a common issue of spilling water on myself when I drink. I don't know why, but I'm just unable to drink water cleanly, apparently. But, okay. This drink bottle has like a little mouthpiece that looks like this. And it's hard to show, but it... of course that was gonna happen. What did I think was gonna happen? I spilled water on my laptop. I don't think it's too bad, hopefully. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll get some tissue and wipe it up in a second. It's just natural cooling, you know? Oh, that camera went a bit too low there. Natural cooling. But anyway, the water bottle has a little mouthpiece, like 2 small holes that the water comes out of. And it means that I'm able to drink it very easily without spilling water. Although, funnily enough, I just spilled water then. Okay, so let's do one final reset now that we've talked about water bottles. But yeah, I'm becoming a little bit of a water bottle maniac. Okay, there we go. No shiny. That's it. That's it. We spilled water. I need to go grab some tissues. Thank you everyone for coming. It's been a fun stream. It really is just like a lot of yapping. I didn't post this on the Dimension Defender Discord because I was like, I'm not really going to be talking about the game, so they're probably not that interested. But hopefully we can get that shiny one day. We'll see. What's this icon? Okay, anyway. See you later. Bye-bye. I'll probably be streaming later tonight to play Crab Dark Souls game. I think that'll be fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.